The National Assembly met at 2:15 p.m. Prayers, the Honorable Deputy Speaker in the chair, announcement by the Honorable Deputy Speaker, Zimbabwe Women Parliamentary Caucus inaugural meeting. The Honorable Deputy Speaker says, I have to inform the House that the Zimbabwe Women Parliamentary Caucus will hold its inaugural meeting with the Ambassador of the Zimbabwe Women Parliamentary Caucus and Her Excellence, the First Lady of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Auxillia Mnangagwa, on Wednesday, the 16th of April 2025. All female parliamentarians are expected to attend this important meeting. Further details of the meeting will be provided in due course. And then soon after that, on the motion of Honorable Togarepi and seconded by Honorable Nyandoro, House adjourned at 22 minutes past 2 o'clock until Tuesday, the 6th of May, 2025. The motion to adjourn was moved by Honorable Togarepi, and who's Honorable Togarepi? Is the chief whip with Zanu-PF, right? And that Honorable Nyandoro, I'm quite sure is a Zanu-PF MP. So they moved the motion to adjourn before they even did anything else. Apart from that announcement of the caucus sitting, that female MPs are going to be spoken to by Auxillia Mnangagwa on the 16th of April 2025. Then soon after that, there's nothing more apart from motion to adjourn until the 6th of May 2025. So that is basically what transpired, because the Hansard captures what would have transpired in Parliament. So basically, they went there at 2:15. They sat. They only sat for 7 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, Uncle Jez, thank you so much for the spaces, and I like the way you interact with the whole Zimbabweans across the country and beyond borders. Apa zvakuratidza kuti murume uyoyo, people think he's so powerful, but zvakuratidza kupata kwaari kuita in terms of what he's doing, reshuffling the military. The other time we saw that later yesterday, which was circulating about reshuffling my major general and lieutenants, and the Zanu-PF Warakash and Mipur were saying, it's a fake letter, but we saw news hawks actually confirming that he did it really. So murume ari kukwata, in the suspension of the parliamentary sittings, normally madays anoitwa on a Thursday, and today Tuesday it was supposed to have resumed, like what you're saying, kuti maybe vari kuita holiday, but murume ari kukwata, instead of putting munhu ari able-bodied like General Chiwenga as the acting president, atidzorera Mohadi is sick, guys. Mohadi cannot give a decision right now. We know what the state of health Mohadi. So it's actually giving us some pointers that Emerson Mnangagwa is afraid. A lot of people might think that Muna are powerful and so forth. I think money is not buying whatever he's trying to do. You can pour in more money, but if people say no, it's a big no. We can look back the way they disrupted Cybet Msengezi's presser. Kutona vanhu vavaita kunge vachita zvimumumu kuda kutadza kuzivikana kuti vari kutaura nezve disrupting presser. I don't know, maybe it was just a skit or drama, I'm not sure, but we can see the state of our affairs, political affairs in Zimbabwe. We are not going anywhere with Emerson Mnangagwa. Come what may, there are a lot of people who might think that Mnangagwa is the right candidate, but in my own opinion, Mnangagwa is dismally failed. I think it's high time to just impeach him and make sure we pave way for new leadership. Uncle Jez.
Ndelo makadi kuona zviri kuitika izvi kuratidza kuti mukuru ari kutya.
Aripanika rimukuru.
Aiwa mukuru ari kutya makatarisa pavhidhiyo riyerera display press conference aida kuitwa iyi kuratidza kuti mukuru ari kutya havasi toda munhu anotaura zvinhu zvisiri izvezvi.
But pa press conference babe chingwa chati hatizoningi vanhu vaive they pretended to be hanzi to be what?
Vanhu vanga vachipretend kunge ivo vasinganzwi kana kutaura kuitira kuti vakwanise kudisruptwa chete. Handimuona kana mafisi vanga vachiviga kuti vari kutora mavhidhiyo kana mapicture vasabude. Saka mukuru ari kutya zvekuti zvinhu azvimbomira muswe zvakafanana nesemu nekuparliament. Handivana mudhenda nana mebho chinomona havapo vari kwavari.
Aiwa mebho chinomona sorry ndatizorute somebody. I think change vaita mebho chinomo anzani
mebho chinomona yepresident wesenate kai
handizo iyeye yaita izvozvo. I think vaita era pavati Ruth Chinamana apo
mebho chinomona vese namudhenda vari kunze kwenyika mumaparliamentary forum avo kunze kwenyika kwavari kuronga zvinhu zvavo. So kuti sezvo motion ranga rada kuvhurwa reimpeachment ka iwo mebho chinomona ari pamberi pacho pachifamba kumakuhwe kuti iye ndiadetwa futi vice president vachiwenga vakabviswa in distaff. So itori timu inotaura kuti vachiwenga havafanira kuita bugaro ipapo. So kuti passage yekuti motion iri ngonopinda ka haripinde. Saka vari kuzama nepese pavanogona kumbobhaya time vachibvoti parliament yakatanga kuzoti inoshanda kunana 6 May uku vanenge vambofunga mastrategies ava vanenge vafunga vaiswa paground. So ini ndiri kuona kunge strategy yekuda kubhaya time vachimboita nguva yekufunga kuti vachaita sei vachazvimisa sei but zvinhu zvinoratidza kuti zvakarema zvazvimira zvakanaka. Zvakafanana kuti vachiwenga ndo munhu ari active angachifanira kunge achisiyiwa saacting president sezvo ari munhu ari fit than kuti vamohadhi nguva vakaenda kuita speech kana 30 minutes tonzi kuti munhu adonha munhu azofenda azodai so but vari kuziva kuti haana zvaanokwanisa kuita. Saka vari kumusiya kuzi munhu wekuti haana kana chaanokwanisa kuita. Vachiwenga izvi zvinokanzi vapinda tozoziva kuti kwavazotopa speech yezvigananda sei zvakaitika last time pangoenda kuheroes eka. So these guys vari kutozviziva so vari kutya
aiwa pakaipa
vanogona kuita propaganda dzavo vachiviga zvinhu vachiita sei but zvinhu zvacho zvazvinaomira zvakanaka. Pane zviri kuitika chete kumusoro ikoko zvatiri kungatsoziva but pane zviri kuitika chete izvo
pakaipa
aiwa pakaipa pasi kugarika rege tinzwe kuti vaowena vane chiwo chanoda kuti chavada kukontribhitawo
vange odza
kupanana mukana kavakataurawo vamwe
mukataura umwe navamwe.
No, I wanted to ask the question, sorry. I wanted to answer the question where you were asking MPs Varugupi. So right now, I've been asking these questions. I'm like, the opposition MPs that are in parliament, I don't even know their names. We know Fadzai is not there. We know Tendai is not there. We know that Chamisa himself is not in parliament. We know that Ostalos is not in parliament. We know that even the people that were used in Zanu-PF that used to like be objective, like Margaret Ongoe, those people, is she in parliament? Margaret Ongoe?
No.
So this is why we don't have information.
Is happily farming. Margaret Ongoe is happily farming.
And who's that Zanu short guy we are here? You know, the people that we used to give us information, they are not there. There's nobody, there's no MP who can give us opposition. That is the parliament that will come out here. Because if BT was in parliament, you would have already known exactly what's going on.
I'll be very quick. It's just 2 points that I wanted to mention, Uncle, that can maybe help to color the picture Mbijana and clear a few points up.
Yes.
Firstly, is whether it is regular or irregular the way Parliament was adjourned. Uncle, Parliament has parliamentarians from all over Zimbabwe. Kuti Parliament abve kuVic Falls, kuBait Bridge, kuChipinge, movaunganidza nasi Tuesday. Parliament doesn't sit on a Monday, so today is their first day back. And moti takuunganidzai, and there is nothing that's going to go on today. You can go back for the
Parliament. I don't know if it's an issue. I think the issue is kuti even what is our role as Zimbabweans? Role yedu isusu ndochi, because parliament inogona kusita vogoita sei vogonetsana, but I always think kuti after all is said and done, what then is the way forward? Because 2017 happened and nothing then happened, positively after that. So I think it's something to think about. Kuti Mr. Geza vakaita say, I think every revolution needs someone at the front and then followers and stuff like that, or a group of people who then lead. But after revolution yapera, what is the way forward?
Right.
Thanks, Mgom.
And Honorable Banda, sorry, I'm going to be putting you on, on the spot, but I know you've got nothing to do with what was happening in Parliament. But maybe you have reached out, to folks who are in Parliament. They've explained, what happened. But there's this cloud in terms of that, development as it was posted by, Change Radio. I know that, there were a few, errors that are contained in, in their post, but they seem to have pointed out to an incident that occurred in Parliament before Parliament announced the adjournment to the 6th of May. Right. But, talk to us about such an event, such an occurrence, etc. Kuitira kuti vanhu vanyatsoziva, vanyatsounderstand what is it, that goes on in Parliament, since you were there in the in the previous August House.
Thank you, Commander. Thank you for hosting the space. Thank you for this. To be honest, for Parliament to adjourn on a Tuesday, normally panotoneta kuti adjourn, and especially when Jacob Mdenda is there, he would just come and say, like you're saying, people are coming from as far as Binga, from Vic Falls, from Mutare, from wherever, and they are supposed to be given coupons to come to Harare to attend Parliament. And they are given for the whole week. So if you just come once to Parliament and you go back, the nation has to give you coupons for that whole week. Now, there are also MPs who are from nearby areas, especially around Harare. If you are in Harare, you only get a coupon for that day that you've gone to, or areas like Marondera nearby. You are only given a coupon for the day you've gone to. That's it. So, for anyone to say Parliament is closed, when something dramatic is about to happen. When they know, for instance, that Honorable it is going to come with something that is controversial, or maybe Honorable Sikala is going to come up with something very, very controversial, or any of us, any MPs, my chief whip, they would come with a controversial issue. And if the speaker hears that there is something that's going to happen, which is going to cause commotion in the House, they will try by as much as possible to close off Parliament before that happens. So what they would just do is they won't allow you any chance to speak. This honorable speaker will just come in and will say the prayer. After the prayer, you say just a few announcements, then you say the House is adjourned. Don't have Senate today, or don't have Parliament today. Adjourn it maybe by a week or by 2 weeks or by whatever. But make sure that whether people have been prepared for it or not prepared for it, they are supposed to go. So somebody comes, well prepared, or your dresses or whatever, going to wait for the whole week from far away. And all of a sudden, you're just told to go back home. And sometimes they don't even mind. They'll tell you can even stay in the hotel, like those MPs come from afar. You can stay in the hotel for 3-4 nights. They will not care, as long as we do not sit in Parliament. What will be funny is you find that committees will still sit. Some of the committees, they can still sit. But so they do not want to be embarrassed. I think if you've seen social media and so on, Pakato Gadzirwa, an impeachment motion. Of course, and try to talk about you who is moving that motion and who is supporting it, and Sanda poor. But motion yo yakashika yako parliament. So Parukuneta Guti. remember, when the motion is tabled, if only a few people, like I said last time, only a few people can debate it, then it can go for voting. Saka, Maria okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Please go ahead.
Yeah, all right. I was saying any member of parliament, any from the 210 we voted for to the, I don't know how many have been added now from the youth quota and women's quota, but I think that's about 70, that's 280. Then also equally in Senate, any member can move it. So we've got close to 400 individuals who can move the motion, anyone who feels like. Then on the issue of whether it is Zanu-PF or CCC, a Zanu-PF member can raise that motion and be seconded by a Zanu-PF member, or a Zanu-PF member can raise that motion and be seconded by a member who is from firstly, a Zanu-PF member can move it and can be seconded by somebody who is from from Zanu-PF, or it can move a motion, it can be seconded by somebody who is from opposition, and vice versa. So I hope that
Yes.
one is
yeah. You know that one is clear. And then his second question was like, could he, weighing the two, could he chiri more effective in the GP, maybe in terms of the due processes, stuff like that. Could he moving a motion and going the route of 2017, which one is more effective in terms of the intended outcome?
All right. Let's look at it in different perspectives. 2017, if we want to be honest, it was a military coup. So in which we as Zimbabweans were allowed to go into the streets. So we were already supporting a motion which was already there. To say go into the streets, that's the first route. So, but nobody's going to kill you this time around. Because normally when you go to demonstrations, we expect either to be killed, to be maimed, to be arrested, to be abducted, and all those things. But in 2017, the army and the security forces were told, guys, leave them. Let them do what they are doing. It's all good. And it was clear to everybody that everything was all good. So we had political pressure. That is political pressure. But now impeachment is legal. It is legal removal of a president. And that one is the best. Mukangona maita president impeach, akuna kwaanoenda. Whereas my protests, how many times have we done protests against the President Mugabe? Takaita kakawandisa, I don't, countless times. But Mugabe anakuva. But pakanita a combination of the military, of the people, and of the impeachment. But impeachment on its own, that's number one. And once he is impeached, you cannot say anything. You don't even need to write a resignation letter. Because once you are impeached and MPs have voted and they're saying they're supporting impeachment, then you are over. It's over and out for you.
Right.
Uncle Jets,
Yes.
I've got a question to the Honorable.
Please shoot.
Yes, Honorable, is this impeachment supported by the military? Because that's the military which pushed Emerson Mnangagwa to the helm of power. So as we speak right now, is the military supporting this impeachment? Thank you.
That's a difficult one to respond to.
No. It's not difficult at all. I think we all saw what happened in Devarasekwa. I think there was a video which was circulating, whereby there were ladies, vaino hagana ne masoja, vachifara. Masoja, mama, it was on, guys, go into much into. You know what did not happen in Zimbabwe was that people did not go into the streets in numbers. Everything was going to be finished there and then. But unfortunately, only a few people went out. That's why it was almost like a failure. Plus, in this particular case, the police were not neutralized. Last time, the police were neutralized. By the time the police were waking up, support unit was already barricaded. Nobody could take out guns from there. So it was executed in a very professional manner. But this time around, that's why you saw the president trying to run around kuti 31 yakutosvika vakubvisa makomanda vakubvisa vepolisi, you know, stuff like that, because changa chatochaya paya paya. If only people had gone into the streets, that was the end game. But we failed to go into the streets. So zvakabva zvasara zviri hanging. In this one, army kaona kuti chinhu chakachaya, they would protect their president. But vakaona kuti navo vanetawo, like right now, they are also tired. They are just waiting for the people now to react. And if the people cannot react, then the parliament way. But right now, even parliament itself is also like, it's protected. It's military, but they don't want to like have guns straight away. But the reaction of the military right now, in a normal case, but they are not doing like that. They are quietly supporting us.
Yeah, interesting. Yes.
Yes, Gerard. Actually, I also wanted to come to that. Veritas, if all MPs they send you the program for the week, which is coming, and I received it. Of course, even for my MPs, we also receive it from Veritas. I received that email on Friday when they were tabling this week's report. Sorry, this week's program. So the week's program, it was set nice and easy. So, but now the program of parliament can change. It can be changed by the president, the president of the nation. It can be changed by the vice president. It can be changed by ministers. They can change that, and even they also sit down on a daily basis and change it. Now the problem is this is a well-set program. A program which they are not comfortable with. So if something happens like that, they really need to look out with who is on our side and who is against us. And chinuichi chakakura to what level? There's nothing else in Komajira. I don't want to lie to you. The few friends that I've spoken to, impeachment, it's going to come through emotion. So emotion can just come in, and then it has to be once it is stated, then a day for it to be discussed. So normally when you come with emotion today, it's not debated on that same day. You say it's going to be debated the next day, but with leave of the House, you can say, can I have the motion table today? So if the honorable MPs who are there, if the speaker will say yes or no, if the MPs who are there say let's have this debate today, then that motion can carry and you can start debate.
On what you are alluding to, let us look at the political picture or space that is in Zimbabwe right now. We really don't know who is up for Geza, but if we try and do some scientific scrutiny here, we are looking at, does the 2/3 majority of Zanu-PF benefiting from the corrupt activities that is happening? Who is in control of the resources of Zimbabwe today? Who is in the team of getting something out of what is the regime is doing today? So that can give you answers to who is going to support the motion. We have seen that after the first coming out of Geza, they started running around provinces, giving the war vets some handouts, including building a one-roomed house or a hut, I don't know what to call that, and drilling boreholes, which you ask, then you can ask yourself, if they were for real to take care of the warfare of the war vets, why were they quiet? Why were they not doing it before the instigation of Geza? And why is it now they are giving the MPs the 200,000? It's not the money that that take center stage here. It is the intention. Are you giving me the money so that I'll be quiet? And why do you want me to be quiet? And why are you not involving me in benefiting what you are benefiting? Why are you now trying to bring me in your team and not like before? So those questions, if you have answers for that, then you know what direction this thing is going. So why is it the regime is in panic? Why is it they've adjourned or they did not adjourn the parliament today? Why is it they are trying to fix things? Why are they having a lot of changes in the army and the police? Everywhere there's no peace and nothing is as before. So this can only tell you and point you out that even if an impeachment is tabled, even if people have been given money, they will take that money and still vote against Mnangagwa because everyone is tired. That's the answer that I'm getting here. Everything is pointing to that. So even the Geza movement, people were saying it's not going to take traction. Geza is not trusted. Geza is this. This is not going to happen. But look at the result that it is giving. One man Geza, of course, with this team has shaken the day-to-day business of Zimbabwe today. So I want to believe that if an impeachment is tabled, before, remember on our last space, we're saying there's no one who is going to have balls to take that impeachment to the parliament. And people were saying, it's not going to happen. Who is going to stand out and say, I'm going to move the motion? But now the motion is about to be moved. So what are they doing? They're now trying to block it. So I think definitely, certainly, this impeachment can be successful. That's my 2 cents there.
Anditika, thank you very much.
Whilst you are still on that one, well presented issue, going for a sabbatical break for 4 weeks. It's nearly a month because today is 8 and on the 6th of May, that's when the parliament is going to open. Who is going to incur all the expenses? Are these parliamentarians going to be paid or not? And where is the money going to be derived from to pay these people? Thank you. Okay, where is this notion coming from that the parliament sometimes it complains, the speaker of parliament, that those people who do not attend, we are not going to pay you? Why are they worried of those people who are not going to attend? Because if the people are paid because of their attendance in parliament, and why does the speaker of parliament complain that those people are not coming, we are not going to pay you?
Uncle, in that case, and there's not going to be any independence this year, a celebration this year, because the fighters of the liberation struggle are complaining of the way things are happening. So now we want to stop the celebration this year until Mdena comes back to parliament and address this issue, because he who we call the leader of the country is incapacitated, and we all know.
Right.
Impeachment isn't. I mean, the Warakashis were saying that impeachment is a non-starter. It looks different now. So definitely this whole impeachment thing has shaken the 2030 camp.
Uncle, just a quick one. I believe there are also members of parliament from Zanu-PF who are not happy with Emerson Mnangagwa. And Emerson Mnangagwa knows it, that he's not even supported by these people. That's why you see he tried by all the means to try and subdue and control this impeachment. Varitoripo violence and PF who are ready to strike. Thank you.
Right, okay. Thank you very much. Right, Mike Base, do you want to come in?
Well, thank you, Uncle. I just wanted somebody to school me about all these parliament things. Now, so if there was a sitting for something important like impeachment, can the MPs not say no to that? Are they not allowed to say no?
No, vanoshanda
maigwaze
nemarules
That's
nemaborders.
why they say there was one person who can respond to that, and that question is finished.
So is
So
that the
that one
normal way
person.
of how parliament works?
my
Everywhere
Yeah,
brother,
else?
I mean, I think that is, I think those are the protocols, or those, that is what happens in Parliament. If you move a
Okay.
motion,
Mhm.
if it is supported, then the motion, carries, carries, is adopted.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
because
so
parliament business.
another question I want to ask is, let's say my citizens Zimbabwe vakachangamuka vakapinda mumastreets vakati tiri kuda kuti motion iyoyo ienderere mberi, what happens?
No.
No,
Parliament,
I don't think it works like that.
follow.
Eh,
Parliament follow my rules. Pane
Ayo, yes.
operational manual of parliament follow.
okay.
Fortunately, Parliament was my client until last month. Saka ndinda producer my answers per
Eh,
side pavo. Saka my rules iwayo. Mumwe
ah,
munhu anomuvha motion mumwe second. Kana va
mhm,
second kureya kuti because avaiti chaotic business.
mhm,
It's orderly. Saka
mhm,
hatigoni kuti tipindire muma streets